Good day, friends. First thing first, India's defense and security expert Pravin seems to have made a mistake. Yes, a mistake. While presenting his highly informed, comprehensive, and objective analysis or perspective in response to India's DGMO or Director General of Military Operations, Lieutenant General Rajiv Gai's lectured that the letter delivered at the Army Chiefs Conclave for the United Nations Troop Contributing Countries at the Manekshaw Center in New Delhi recently. India's quasi military force or paramilitary force, Rashtriya Rifles, was not created by General Bipin Chandra Joshi. It in fact came into being during General Joshi's predecessor, the then Army Chief, General S.F. Rodrigues' tenure. Mr. Sawhney, in my view, ought to have mentioned the name of VP Singh, who was then heading or leading a very weak or fragile coalition government with the support of Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP, which is undoubtedly the political face of India's extreme right wing or sangh parivar. Needless to say, every major military initiative or strategy is always embedded in broad or deep political context.
To end Pakistan's proxy war in Jammu and Kashmir. Since Ghai would not answer this question, let me answer this question. Yes, the trouble started in Jammu and Kashmir in 1989, and the next year in 1990, the then Army Chief General Rodrigues, he inducted large number of soldiers in Jammu and Kashmir theatre. His successor, General Bipin Joshi, who assumed office in 1993, in my assessment, he made two big mistakes. The first was he never asked the political leadership what is the end state. End state is important. Whenever the army is used or military is used, it should be told what is the job, how long it has to do the job, and what are the results expected of the army from that job. All this was not asked. So as far as the army was concerned, this operation became open-ended for the army. And the political leadership was happy about it because it gave them the opportunity to not seriously consider the political solution to the Jammu and Kashmir problem. And the second big mistake by General Joshi was that he decided to raise a Rashtriya Rifle Force, which is a specialized counter-terror operation force in large numbers from within the army's resources. In principle, this was a good idea because the counter-terror operations and preparing for a hot war, which is the main job of the Indian Army, are operations which are as different, as dissimilar as chalk and cheese. So what the Army Chief had in mind was that the officers who are involved in the preparation for the hot war, they should not get deviated or deflected from their main task by doing this counter-terror operations. And he thought, let's have a specialized force doing this. And in his assessment, the RR will not have a job which is a very long job, and very soon it will all be over in Jammu and Kashmir, and RR will be done with, and it will merge with the main force. But the problem what happened was that the Indian Army officers who were reluctant to come to the RR from their main job, and the reason for that was they were not sure how their professional profile for promotions would be affected by a tenure in RR. They were held by an order from the Army Chief which said that coming to the RR, by coming to the RR, the professional profile for promotions of the officers will not be affected. In fact, it got enhanced. But more of this RR in a while.
Be that as it may, everybody makes mistake. I'm Sarfraz Ahmed, based in Karachi, Pakistan. Many as about Sarfraz Ahmed, Yarabote Vegeta, Karachi, Pakistan, and Sarfaz Ahmed, University Territory, Jarida, Karachi, Pakistan. I am a student of Indology, Sovietology, Semitic languages, and Middle Eastern studies. Thank you for watching this video.